project for Advanced Art and Design Studio. At the beginning, I want to do something to introduction this book named 盗墓笔记. It's a novel series about the grave-robbing adventure of Wu Shi, a young man hailing from a family that had been tomb raiders for centuries. The writer is Wu Lei, who is famous at his pen name 南派三叔, and I really like this book. I have done reading all the series of the book, and the book is famous in China. Most of the high school students are reading it. And if you guys are interested about it, you can see the movie named The Lost Top. It's available in YouTube, I think. And then I do a lot of research about I want to do a painting about the book to describe the story the book have. Then so I do the research about it, the old Chinese painting style, and this is a part of my research and just the picture. So and when I do the research, I found the poor preservation of the old Chinese traditional building, and it's really terrible that the many people don't know that the northern architecture is different from southern one, and also the old architectures are not saved, no people protect them. So I think many years after, maybe we were lost it. So I changed my content to do something for the traditional architecture, and I still do the painting. I still choose to the painting. This is some traditional Chinese architecture and the paintings. And then I do some practice of the painting, because when I came here, in these 3 years, I haven't do anything about painting. I almost forget how to do it, and I do, and then I did. And then I designed the first draft. This is the first draft. I designed the structure of the buildings. It's a small river goes through the houses, and the buildings are stand by the houses are stand by the river. Because in a tradition because the earliest people lived nearby the water, and in an old vision, a good house need to have the fronting water and the mountains at its bedside. And then I began to do it. This is what I have. Just it looks really just a little, but this takes me about 30 hours to do it, because I need to do it line by line. It have a lot of details, and so I'm excited about it, but I made a mistake of it. Look at this part. It's a line. I made a mistake of it's a line, and it can't be modified. And I don't want my painting finished with the mistake, so I want all my paintings to look like this feeling, but I have no time to redo it. So my purpose is not changed. It's to do some introduction of the old architecture. So I do the next poster. These three posters with different style, different Chinese style is it also takes me about more than 10 hours for each one. And the first one, I use the ink. It's a native ink painting style. The traditional Chinese ink painting involves especially the same technique as calligraphy, and is done with a brush dipped in black ink or colored pigments. Oils are not used in this painting. And I do this is the three Chinese words means traveling around the old town with the old architecture, and I add the mountains in the logo, or we call it title. And the small one, this. It is a seer. It's a seer, and the Chinese seer always use the red one. And it's also the 4 Chinese words, and it means don't forget your orange vision, like your own vision. And the next one is the real traditional building. This photos take the building. There's nobody live in this house because it's really old and it has no power and water. But if it's, I think many years ago we were miss it. So I do this poster with the sunshine on it, and all these posters have the ink and these paintings. And the more on the hand is, each poster has a more on the hand, but okay, just this picture has a more on the hand. More, yeah, it's a pattern on the hand, just, and the ink on this let the paper looks like an old paper, have many years, and this is the last one I have. I use Photoshop to change this picture to black and white. It looks like old photos, and a part of architecture on this right hand is a colorful one. It's only colorful. This part and the seal is only the 2 part of colorful one in this poster, and it do a really good contrast of the black and white. Thank you for listening.